Now, I feel like I need to cleanse my soul. I feel like even this is just cleansing my soul at this point. Yeah, I need to cleanse my soul with something less crazy. The TikTok DoorDash girl's legal case is going awful for her. You know it's cooked when this is better. So yeah, for people who don't know, there's this TikToker chick who was delivering food. That's her job, delivering food. And she recorded a man in his own home sleeping naked. His own home. She
Mhm.
recorded it and then was trying on TikTok how she got assaulted. Well, she literally violated the privacy of a poor man. I don't even know if he got his food.
I don't think he ever did.
And then put it all over the internet. She's a vile creature. So there's an
Mhm.
update on the court, but she's a vile creature. And the fact that she thinks she didn't do anything wrong is disgusting. Like, I'm sorry, but her parents failed her.
The TikTok DoorDash girl filmed a naked man passed out inside his own home and then posted it for nearly 30 million people to see. And then
I'm sorry, but like, okay, last round. How is he assaulting you? He's sleeping in his own home. You're recording him while he's sleeping in his own home, not bothering anyone. If you cannot walk around with your dick out at home, where can you? This is, I'm sorry, but come on. Anyway, she actually opened his door. Don't get me started on that
Yeah,
shit.
that was very disturbing.
claimed that she was the victim. So, naturally, she got hit with 2 felony charges, and after months of failed plea negotiations, she has decided to fight this thing in front of a jury.
This is related. They just punished me for posting about my while
You literally are the dumbest creature I have ever seen. I'm sorry, but like, there's no way. Okay, never mind.
door dashing. They just fired me. And the
Deserved.
police are doing nothing.
What are they gonna do? They're gonna arrest him for being naked and sleeping in his own freaking home? Are you fucking kidding me? I say send her to jail.
Yeah, this is like criminal charges right here.
I lost my job in the police. That was
Deserved.
my only way to make money to pay my bills.
Boo hoo. Shouldn't have recorded a man in his own home sleeping and
Mhm.
then try to get internet cloud off of it. I'm sorry, but recording a person naked in their own home without their consent is considered sexual harassment. So boo
Yep.
hoo, cry me a river, bitch.
Now, if you watched my last video on this case, you would know that we've been waiting forever for something to actually happen in this case. I literally flew to Oswego, New York to watch Olivia Henderson appear in court, only to just, get there, see everyone. I saw her there, and then everything got postponed. Or, well, it wasn't technically postponed because it got moved up to county court. So essentially, I just had to pack up my bags, go home, and waited. Then she got indicted months later. And now, after even more months of court dates and motions, and I guess trying to work things out behind the scenes, we finally know what's going on because Olivia Henderson is preparing to go to trial.
The internet can't seem to get enough of the criminal case of Olivia Henderson, the now former DoorDash driver, on TikTok, claiming she was harassed by a customer, naked, asleep on his couch, when she delivered his order last year. But then police charged her because she recorded him and posted the video.
Oh,
So she appeared in
yeah.
Oswego.
I'm sorry, but like, I this is like bizarro world. Like, no one's that of a creature, right? Oh dear God.
County Court again on July 31st, and Olivia and prosecutors have failed to reach a plea agreement, which is pretty big because remember, what she's accused of doing here back in October 2025, Olivia was delivering a DoorDash order when she arrived at a customer's house, and according to her, she found the door open. And inside was a dude passed out on his couch naked from the waist down. Police later said that he was drunk, unconscious, and incapacitated, so Olivia recorded him from the outside of the apartment and posted the footage to TikTok, where it absolutely exploded. And we're talking 30 million views. I mean, that is a lot of people seeing a passed out dude naked. That is not.
Like, are some people genuinely powered by like hamster wheels or something?
Yes, I would believe so in today's society.
Like, besides her being like an actual creature, yes, I know I called her a creature like 20 times at this point. Like, you're at home, right? You're supposed to feel safe there. You're supposed to be able to have full freedom in your own goddamn home. you got drunk, you got naked, and all you're doing just lying around on the couch in your goddamn home.
Mhm.
Thinking, okay, I got drunk, I have my willy out shaking, I'm about to get some chow, life is good. And then all this shit happens. A place where you're supposed to feel safe. And then
Yeah.
that creature keeps on saying that you actually assaulted her. Well, what? Your what? With your existence? Like what? I'm sorry, this is just so stupid. It's just really aggravating me.
Especially because obviously this was without his consent. Then she also claimed that the man had intentionally exposed himself to her and said
What?
that she had been assaulted. The woman who recorded a man without his permission while he was unconscious claimed that she was
In his own home. Don't forget that. In his own home. Underline that
Mhm.
every time.
assaulted by said unconscious man. Something's not adding up here. Regardless, police investigated this and said they found no evidence that an assault actually occurred.
Like if it would have been in some random place, in a public place, yeah, you could be like, oh, indecent exposure in a public place, yada yada, right? In his own home,
Right.
god fucking damn it.
So they said there was no physical contact, and their investigation concluded that the man had been unconscious on his couch because of alcohol. And last time I checked, it's not illegal to pass out drunk on your own sofa. It is very
Exactly.
unfortunate that the dude managed to leave his door open, though. Regardless, though,
Okay, so it was proven that the door was already open.
Oh,
Irregardless, in his own home. I repeat, in his own home. She had the audacity literally go look at him, stand there, pull out her phone to record him. It's still in his own home.
the man wasn't charged, Olivia was. And
Good.
she's now facing 2 felony charges, second-degree unlawful surveillance and first-degree dissemination of an unlawful surveillance image. So this is the act of filming him and then the act of posting these videos on TikTok. But here's where this update gets really interesting because for months, I mean, one of my biggest questions was, how do you defend this? Because, you know, she filmed it and she posted it. That's what she's being charged for. Well, I would think this would be case closed because there isn't too much mystery about it. And apparently, her own attorney also agrees with that part. So her public defender, David Smallwood, told News Channel 9, I think there's very little argument on what the evidence actually is, on what actually happened.
Her public defender challenging the prosecution's narrative she invaded her victim's privacy, an argument he's asking the judge to rule on.
While it is reasonable to expect for most people that you have privacy, if you do something to not have privacy, then you no longer have a reasonable expectation of privacy.
Emphasizing
What?
it was the customer
What?
who left the solid door open with just the glass door as the barrier to his home.
And that seems to be the
So let me get this straight. So it wasn't open. The quote unquote solid door was open, but not the glass door.
mm-hmm.
Dude, even if I'm standing in my living room doing the helicopter with my dick, you still have no right to complaining. I'm in my own goddamn home doing the helicopter. It's none of your business. Like, are we actually doing this? Where we
This
we
is.
cannot do some silly stuff at home anymore? That's the whole point of having your own place, so you can literally walk around got out, you know?
Exactly. You're supposed to be safe in your house, not be scared.
argument they're preparing to take into court. They're not really fighting over whether Olivia filmed and posted the man. They're fighting over whether doing that actually meets the legal requirement of, you know, these felony charges. And I guess a huge part of this argument comes down to 2 questions. First, how much privacy can you legally expect from inside your home when your front door is open? And number 2, was this man's front door even open in the first place? Because Olivia's attorney is now leaning hard into that first question. Smallwood says the homeowner's door was left wide open, exposing him to the public. Basically, the defense appears to be arguing, yes, this man was inside his own home, but the door was wide open, so anyone could see him from the street. So essentially, if his door was wide open and someone standing outside could see him, that he still have reasonable expectation that no one would see or record him. And I guess that distinction matters because the unlawful surveillance charge involves recording someone at a place.
Because I'm saying the extremes, right? Like doing the helicopter and stuff. He's just sleeping on the couch. He's not like walking around holding it and going like, look at it, you know?
Exactly.
He's just peacefully lying there on the bed. I mean, on the couch.
and time which that person has reasonable expectation of privacy. This isn't just like Olivia's attorney standing up there and going, well, what she did wasn't that bad. No, he's attacking the actual part that the prosecutors have to prove. I can at least understand the legal question they're raising. Like, if you're standing naked in front of a giant open window facing a crowded sidewalk, do you really think no one's gonna see you? But I guess that brings us to the second question, because before we spend 10 minutes debating on what an open door does to your right to privacy, I would like to know whether this door was actually open or not. Because Olivia's saying it wasn't. We had early reports saying that it was like open, but not fully open, and that she pushed it open. But the big problem with that is we haven't seen any proof that that was the case. All we really have is Olivia's side of the story, and obviously the video. So essentially, Olivia's maintained that she arrived and found that door open. And some of the more recent reporting describes it that way too. The Oswego County News reported in June that the police said that she arrived to the customer's apartment and found the door open. But if you remember the original controversy, people were going frame by frame through the footage and were questioning whether that was actually what happened. Because you had a whole bunch of claims online, at least early on in the story, where people said the door wasn't wide open and that Olivia maybe pushed it further open herself before filming inside. And that obviously would be a very different situation, because obviously there's a massive difference between I walked up to this house and there was a naked man visible right there, or she walked up, the door was kind of open but not fully open. She kind of saw a glimpse of the guy and then pushed open. I don't know. There was also some early reporting alleging there was ring camera footage from a neighbor. So again, this will be really interesting to see if that's true or not.
I don't think there is any ring camera footage from the neighbor. It would have been already brought up.
Yeah.
And right now, based on the reporting we have, I don't think we should pretend that the question has been completely settled. What we do know is that police said Olivia recorded the man from outside the apartment. We know Olivia says the front door was open. And now we also know that her attorney is arguing that the door was wide open and that this man gave up some reasonable expectation of privacy. But whether the evidence actually backs that up, I guess we'll see that in court. Because obviously, if the entire defense leans on the dude's door being wide open, hopefully nothing comes.
So what, that wide open door pushed you and your hand magically went into your pocket. It made you grab the phone, hit record, then the gust of wind from the wide open door pushed your hand up to start recording. What? Like,
Bro.
even if you want to do the whole angle of like, well, the door was wide open anyways, right? How are you gonna explain you're like standing and like recording an unconscious man in his own home and being naked and then distributing it online? How are you gonna explain that? Is she like genuinely a little bit challenged, thinking that she has any ground here? Like, I'm sorry, like I've seen people try to defend her too.
Yeah. No, you can't defend this at all. Like, there's no way for you to defend this.
It's just, I don't know. She's disgusting. The people defending her are disgusting. It's like all around just bad.
Listen, she filmed in someone's house without consent. That's already a fucking crime.
No, it's a crime to literally take advantage of an unconscious naked man. Reverse the roles for a second. If a dude did that to a chick at home, he would have been charged for life.
Yep.
Like, genuinely, we're gonna defend what she does? Like, come on, send her to jail.
Comes out that disproves that. But regardless, despite all of that, all the headlines are now saying Olivia Henderson is officially going to trial. And there will be one big hurdle before we actually get there, because her attorney is trying to get these charges thrown out. Smallwood has asked the judge to review the grand jury record and determine whether prosecutors gave enough evidence to actually support an indictment. And remember, this grand jury is the reason Olivia ended up in the county court in the first place. So back in May, prosecutors presented their evidence privately to a grand jury, and the grand jury voted to indict Olivia on both felony charges. And no, that doesn't mean they found her guilty. It means the prosecutors have cleared the hurdle necessary to move forward with the case. But now, Olivia's defense is challenging that indictment. And based on Smallwood's comments, we have a much better idea of why. He isn't really disputing the basic sequence of events. Again, he basically just said there's really no arguing what the evidence is, which is also kind of a wild sentence to hear from a defense attorney in a case like this, because, you know, that's been the point from the beginning. Like, at the end of the day here, we're not trying to figure out who held the camera and who posted these videos. Even Olivia herself has publicly talked about posting it and why she believes she was justified in doing so. So the legal fight is over whether those
Interesting.
actions actually satisfies the crimes prosecutors were charging her with. And if the judge agrees with the defense, that they don't. So who knows? I mean, the charges could actually be dismissed at Olivia's next court date on September 9th. So technically, there is still a path that she might not get a trial at all. But if that challenge fails, we're going to court. Because the other huge update from this hearing is that
Just for people who don't know, this happened in upstate New York.
Yeah. And I did some digging. Yes, you can get charged
Not
with
in New York.
indecent. Can I finish, please?
Okay.
You can get charged with indecent exposure if you do it on purpose in your house and knowing that
Mm.
you're displaying yourself when there's an open window. That's indecent exposure. But if you do it by accident, then it's, you know, you can get charged.
Yeah, but in upstate New York, that cannot happen because you need to be a fully conscious and willfully exposing yourself in a public space. Here, he's at home, unconscious. Literally nothing can be charged. Anyway. I'm pausing. Okay.
that Olivia and the prosecutors have failed to reach a plea agreement. And this is interesting to me because in my last video, I said a plea deal seemed like the most likely way this would all end. Apparently not, though. At least not so far. I mean, we don't know exactly what was offered during these negotiations, what Olivia would want to accept or not, or which side refused to budge. So I'm not going to sit here and pretend I know what's going on, but I am surprised a plea deal didn't happen. And the trial can happen as early as October if all this goes through. Although there is actually another unrelated trial affecting the court's schedule. So if that gets in the way, the trial would actually happen in January, which I think I was in Oswego in January of 2020 of this year. So if we actually don't go to trial for a full year after the first time I appeared, that would be crazy. Regardless, it was very cold there in January, I can confirm. This would definitely be a very interesting case to be a juror on, though. Like, imagine the shock, not hearing about any of this, and you find out some woman did this on TikTok, and you're sitting here like, there's no way this is real, but it is. This is definitely
it feels like some freaking idiocracy movie.
Yeah.
And like, I understand I'm getting heated over it. But like, I'm genuinely, this is how much I'm fed up dudes being beaten down on.
Honey, this is like the dumbest thing next to the person that broke into the apartment.
Just, this is where my frustration is coming from. Ever since I moved to US, the sheer amount I've seen guys being beaten down for just simply existing has been absolutely appalling to me. It's disgusting. And yeah, of course, yeah. Would I say I'm being completely calm about it? Absolutely fucking no. But everyone has their limits.
Mm-hmm.
A top 10 jury duty trial. The one that takes the cake is absolutely the TikTok psychic one, though. I mean, that must have been a full-on trip for everyone who was a juror on that case. But regardless, this is just a horror story of how some dude passed out drunk in his apartment and woke up the next morning with
Wait, she claimed the door was wide open and he was lying there bare, but his Ring camera showed that she opened the door despite the order saying leave at door. So there is a Ring camera because no one wants to present the Ring camera. The man hate is real in the US. It really is. It absolutely fucking is. It's just as bad here in Canada for guys getting brow beaten down. What's brow beat? I don't know what that means.
30 million.
It means you be beaten down while you're already beaten down.
Okay.
And people having seen his junk. That's not ideal. But there is also another part of this that I don't want to get lost in the legal arguments. Like, even if Olivia could see this man from where she was standing, seeing someone and recording their naked body, that's two different things. And recording it and then posting it for nearly 30 million people online to watch, that's a whole nother step as well. And that's ultimately what the prosecutors are accusing her of doing. And this is also why I just think this whole situation is so crazy, and the way it's unfolding is just crazy as well. Olivia originally posted the video because she wanted, I guess, to warn other female delivery drivers and expose what she believed this.
Like, are you warning about what? Like, logically, let's logically think about it. What are you warning them about? Delivering food, which is your job? What are you warning them about? You know, like, your job is like, and I don't mean it in a condescending way. We have in our community people who deliver food. Her job was literally bring the goddamn food, leave it at the door, and fuck off.
Mm-hmm.
That was it. How hard is it to follow those instructions? It ain't that hard.
Really isn't.
All you
But
had
people
to
don't.
do, pick up the food, drive it there, drop it off, leave. This is just crazy to me. And then post a video like this where she looks like a freaking psychotic pimple, screaming about how she got actually assaulted. What?
this man had done to her. But instead, police investigated her allegations.
Like, she's the definition of instructions unclear. Let me literally violate a person's privacy and their body and put it online. Instructions were not clear. Let me commit a crime. What?
Said they found no evidence that an assault occurred and arrested her instead. And now,
It's the same as I'm gonna cut a carrot. The instructions are gonna be like, dice a carrot. I'm gonna dice the carrot and my hand. Instructions were unclear.
prosecutors eventually secured a felony indictment. Now, again, the plea negotiations have apparently gone nowhere. Her attorney is trying to knock out the indictment, and unless the judge agrees to dismiss these charges on September 9th, Olivia Henderson could be sitting in front of an Oswego County jury as early as October. So this is how we went from a viral TikTok to an arrest and now to a grand jury indictment. Drop a like on this video if you want me to actually fly out there and cover it again. But until then, I shall get some sleep because I have a raging fever currently.
Oh,
and
shit.
Unfortunately, in this job, you don't really get sick days. I would just get way too behind on videos. So thank you guys for the support. Subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you guys in the next video.
Yeah, go support him, like, genuinely. Also, there's this code going on. I've been seeing like a lot of content creators getting sick, including myself. I don't know what the hell is going on. It's like almost every single content creator I watch, they're sick or falling sick.
It's probably the long hours sitting in front of the monitor
Maybe.
and like not realizing because you're so zoned in that you don't realize the environment's either cold or too hot. Then you catch yourself sick.
No, that's true. Yesterday when I was working on the new models, like only at the end of it, I've realized I was shivering.
Yep.
No, that's true.
And you see the way his room is laid out. It's very open space, and you see like the doors right directly behind him. I don't know what kind of door that is, but the wind can be blasting.
Yeah, that's
Like
true.
natural air in the house.
But jokes aside, like take care of yourself, take care of your health. I hope you feel better.